Jon Snow sequel that could possibly, rumor is, being developed right now at HBO?
I think George should finish the damn books. That's what I think. I think we gotta start, focusing on projects that are still unfinished before we jump into some brand new ones. But I don't know. To answer the question specifically about the Jon Snow spinoff, the ending of the series left such a bad taste in my mouth that I just don't have the level of excitement that I would normally have. If this series ended really great, I think I'd be super stoked for it. But they just kind of ruined it for me, and especially Jon Snow's character specifically became pretty much useless in the 8th season. He ended up killing Dany, I guess, was his saving grace. Yeah, I remember in the dark night, the long night, he was just pretty much pinned down by dead Viserion's blue fire and couldn't get anywhere. He didn't really do a whole lot. What is he going to do now? He's banished beyond the wall. We're just going to see him, the only cool thing that could possibly happen in my mind is that maybe they find that baby child that the Night King turned, and we saw the end of that one episode where the baby's eyes turned blue, and maybe that baby's a new Night King, and the White Walkers still have a chance to come back again and cause another whole ordeal issue. It's the only sort of thing, because outside of that, what are you going to do? Just fight wildlings beyond the wall that haven't conformed to the idea that everyone can hang out together? We're going to fight the Thens. The Thens are going to be mad, and they're trying to eat some dead mamas and dead papas, and you got to fight them off. I don't really know,
mama and your dead papa.
Right. I really don't know what they're going to do with it. So I don't care. Of course I'll watch it, and of course we'll cover it, but my level of excitement is not that high, so whatever. Like I said, my biggest thing is George, let's finish the fucking books, man. How about we do that?
Yeah, I agree. I would really like to see him finish The Winds of Winter, because we've been waiting 10 years for that thing. I think it would have been really awesome to see an Arya Stark spin-off series, if she goes west of Westeros and it got really detailed with the Faceless Men or something, where she went back with that. Since, keep in mind, it's up to you whether you want to determine whether any of this is canon, because we don't know if this is going to be in the book or this was George's plan that he's telling them. We have no idea what's going on. So basically George can do whatever he wants in these series and call it canon, because we don't really know, and he can just write it so that it matches technically, I guess. But you're kind of right. I agree with you. It's interesting to think, I don't know who the villain really would be unless they kind of find more White Walkers based on maybe that baby that I don't recall anything. I don't know, maybe Children of the Forest come in play somehow, or something that happens where you find more wildling groups or something. But I feel like if you're gonna make this successful, you'd have to bring in, Arya at some point. Maybe you could find Dany's body and bring her to, Kinvara somehow. Maybe that's the big saving grace. But you're right.
But what would that have to do with Jon Snow, though? They're in total opposite sides. What's his name? Drogon took Dany's body back to probably, I don't know, the Shadowlands, maybe Volantis, maybe I don't know. It's just, I don't know what they how that, because he's on the total opposite side of the world, right? So if they take Essos, if the Drogon took her body back to Essos, and Jon Snow is north of the wall in fucking Westeros, how does that even correlate? It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I get it. It's interesting to see where this goes.
I meant to say Ashai, by the way. That was the Shadowlands. Ashai. That's the one I was
Ashai. Yeah. It makes me kind of wonder if people are, because of, quick side note here, and then we'll wrap this up. Do you think, because of how successful Spider-Man No Way Home is, do you think a lot of people are trying to start capturing audiences based on nostalgia?
I guess, but what's the nostalgia? It's only been out for 3 years. Not even what nostalgia are we bringing? I get it for Spider-Man, because it's been 20 years since we saw Tobey Maguire on screen as Spider-Man. But I don't know. What was it? 2019? The last May of 2019 was the last episode premiere. What nostalgia is that? It was 3 years ago, and 2 of those years was a pandemic. So did we really miss anything? I don't know, dude.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I think there were hints, and we talked about it on the show 2 years ago, that they could possibly open this up to like a spin-off series, because I remember him mentioning some quotes to like Tyrion, I think, where he said something came along the lines of like, would they see each other again? And y'all know, but I mean, I agree with you. I think he needs to finish the books, but I mean, it's up to George, whatever he wants to do. So